I will never, directly or indirectly, by gesture, word, writing, or in any other way and under any pretext, even that of the greater good or of a highly urgent and serious reason, do anything against this fidelity to secrecy, unless special permission is expressly granted to me by the Supreme Pontiff.
On pain of excommunication.
On pain of excommunication.
Sign here.
Father Brady.
Yes.
What's going to happen? To Father Smyth.
Father Smyth, this way, this way.
Any comment to make, Father Smyth?
This way.
Can you possibly justify your actions, Father Smyth? Can you possibly justify your actions, Father Smyth? Father Smyth, are you going to issue an apology, Father Smyth? Father Smyth, are you going to issue an apology? Father Smyth, can we have a comment, please? Father Smyth.
Smith, who served as a priest for over 30 years, was formally charged with 9 counts of indecent assault against a number of minors. He was granted bail and the trial is expected to take place in June.
Father Smyth, are you going to issue an apology? Father Smyth, can we have a comment, please?
Right, Chris.
Father Smyth.
Cough up. 20 quid.
What's it for?
Office sweep. Person nearest the date of the IRA ceasefire wins.
Permanent or temporary?
What?
Well, you know what the provos are like. Every Easter and Christmas there's a 3-day ceasefire. Merry Christmas, war is over. For a couple of days at least.
So young and yet so cynical. I'm talking about the proper big one.
What's Mike say?
Well, our esteemed political correspondent who knows somebody who's close to the thinking of reckons it'll be early August, September at the latest.
Really? Put me down for December. In the meantime, I want to do some digging in this.
Why?
Instinct.
Do you think you can get someone to talk on camera?
Let's give it a try.
You don't mind about not having the cameras?
No.
It's just the whole thing's been very difficult. We don't feel ready to talk about it on TV.
Of course. Well, let's just have a wee chat and sure, maybe you might feel differently at the end. Like I said, all I want to do is get your side of the story so it's out there, you know?
If it's going to be one of those 3-minute weepy stories at the end of the news, I'm not interested.
You see, Mr. Moore...
Chris,
this whole thing's been dragging on for years, and you're the first journalist that's come near us.
years? Why?
That's how long it took.
To do what?
To get him to court. What do you think?
Well, these things can take ages. You know lawyers, they don't get paid the big bucks to move quickly, do they? Look, I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to read the charges. So tell us this. Where did these offences take place? Was it up at the church?
No, it was here.
Here? In your home?
You see, Brendan Smyth wasn't from this parish. He was a priest of the Nobentine order in County Cavan.
He was from Belfast, but he used to come back here all the time on visits. He was a very good friend of the family. We thought we were blessed to have a friend, a priest.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Married us, baptized our children.
I baptize this child, Megan, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Can't remember a time when he wasn't calling in and out of the house. Shouldn't, Father Brendan, you're spoiling them.
Ach, don't they deserve it? I'm sure they've been good. Haven't you been good?
Great friend of the family. Thought the kids loved him.
What do you call a deer with no eyes? No eye deer.
What do you call a man with brown paper trousers?
Russell.
Russell.
Oh my Jesus, forgive us our sins. Save us from the fires of hell. Lead all souls to heaven, especially those who have most need of your mercy. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yes. Beautiful.
Shouldn't be too much longer, should it? Huh?
No. Lads, this is gonna take a while. There's no point in you guys hanging around. I'll squirt with Tony, okay? Cheers.
What do you mean you sent the crew home?
The family needed time to open up.
Right, so you had a camera crew all day and you didn't shoot a frame?
The time's not right.
More tea, Chris?
No, thanks.
No, Chris, listen, you have another wee cup of tea there, mate. Relax.
Look, I asked them to tell me their story. I can't just walk out in the middle of it.
I understand. But if the crew put in for overtime, it's coming out of your salary. We're still on for the match tonight?
Oh, aye.
Good. Because you're buying the pints.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
We got you into trouble.
Yes, but I'm used to it. So, when did you first start to have suspicions about Smith?
God forgive us. I didn't. I should have, but didn't.
It was 1988. Right, come on. Time to go. Earth calling Megan. Let's go.
Come on, love. It's time for mass. We're going to be late.
I'm not going.
Excuse me?
I don't feel well.
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with her. She just needs a bit of air.
I'm not going.
What?
I'm 16. I can make my own decisions.
Megan, you can't even decide what you want for breakfast, love. And see, as long as you live under this roof, you'll go to mass. Now go and get your coat.
If she's not going, can I not go?
You're going. Do you see what you've started? Now you're going to mass. Go and get your coat. Come on, you two.
The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all.
And also with you.
When supper was ended, he took the cup. Again he gave you thanks and praise. He gave the cup to his disciples and said, "Take this, all of you, and drink from it. This is my blood, the blood of the new and everlasting covenant. It will be shed for you and for all men, so that sins may be forgiven. Do this in memory of me.
How's your sister Mary?
Doing grand, Father.
Good. Will you give her my
I
love?
will indeed, Father.
All right.
Goodbye,
Take
Father.
care, Gina.
Father!
Anne!
What brings you up to Belfast?
I'm just up visiting for a few days.
Why didn't you say you were coming? I'd have made dinner.
He means I'd have made you dinner. Say hello to Father Brendan. Hello.
Hello.
Go and get your brother over, will you?
Okay.
Megan not with you today?
Just sick, Father.
Oh, dear. Maybe I'll call by later and check in on the patient. Well, time to go. I said I'd call in on Mrs. O'Neill. Catch up on all the latest news on her ailments.
She's a pain in the neck even when she's not sick.
Remember me in your prayers. Just remember, I have to have a quick word with Father Seamus. I'll see you later.
I'll see you up at the house. Don't be bringing up any more sweets for the kids.
Lying to a priest. Megan, sick.
You know what you want me to tell him? That she couldn't be bothered to go to Mass? You need to have a word with her.
No, it'd be better coming from you.
Why?
She's going through that teenage girl thing. You understand these things better. Just tell her to stop acting up.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Father?
Dervla. You've grown up since the last time I saw you.
Yeah. I've grown up.
How's your mummy and daddy?
Fine.
And yourself? How are things?
All right.
Are you working?
Yeah, I'm working.
One of the lucky ones. Well, maybe not so lucky. You always were a smart girl.
Smart, yeah. That's me, I'm smart.
And did I hear you got married?
We're separated.
Dear. I'm sorry to hear that.
Funny thing is, we love each other.
Well, surely then.
Trouble is, when it comes to... we can't. I can't.
That's just nerves, Dervla. If you love each other, God will help you to get out.
Fucking dare touch me. Don't you talk to me about God. I can't even let my husband... I can't even let my husband touch me. And I can't tell him the reason.
What is the reason?
You. It's because of you and what you did to me. I was a child and you...
I did nothing, Dervla. I'll pray for you.
Good night, Father. Safe home.
God bless, Patrick.
Thought he'd never leave. Still no sign of Megan.
She'll be fine.
We girl's pushing it. Right, you two bed.
But Dad, it's only 8 o'clock.
Aye, and there's school in the morning. Bed. And clean your teeth properly.
talk to you.
Do I know you?
My name's Dervla. I saw you coming out of Mass earlier. This is important.
So, what's this about?
It's nothing to do with our Megan, is it?
No. Well, it might have.
What?
Father Brendan Smyth, he's a friend of yours, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He was here just a while ago.
Was he? Bring sweets for the kids, did he?
What's this about?
He used to bring me sweets. Free sweets from the nice priest. Mummy and Daddy's friend. Except they weren't free. They were never free.
What?
You don't get it, do you? You haven't a fucking clue.
Hold on a minute. You're not out in the street now. There's no swearing in this house.
The sweets, the money, the little gifts, it's how he works.
What are you talking about?
Your friend, Father Brendan. He's sick. He's a pervert.
A what?
He's a child molester.
Hold on a minute. I don't know who you are and you come in here insulting a friend of mine. You need to watch your mouth.
It's true.
And how would you know?
Because he did it to me!
Look, you're obviously very upset about something. But you need to watch what you're saying about people. Father Brendan, the child molester? No way, I think I would know. You shouldn't Father Brendan or spoil it.
He did it to me for years and my parents still don't know.
For years, and you're only coming out with it now?
Well, I didn't think anybody would believe me.
Say thank you to Father Brendan.
Thank you, Father Brendan.
So I've just made it up, have you? Yes. Why would I do that? I don't know. I don't know you from Adam. It's true. He's a priest, for heaven's sake. He's a good man, a man of God.
Now, would you please leave?
Isn't she beautiful?
Yes. Beautiful.
Please, I'm telling you the truth. Will you just think about what I said?
Good night. You ever hear the like of that? If you ask me, she's out for a weekend or on something. But Father Brendan? That's just ridiculous. I mean, he's a priest. There's no way a priest would do the likes of that. And if one of them did, he'd be sorted, found out and sorted. Church wouldn't put up with the like of that.
What about our kids?
How are you? What's in?
I'm late. I was in Mary's house. I didn't realise the time. What's wrong? Jesus. Will you tell me what's wrong? Is somebody dead? Will you tell me what's wrong?
Father Brendan. Is it true? Did he? You? Oh. My baby. My poor baby's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Why didn't you say something? What did you think you were doing? If you'd have just said something, we could have stopped it. How long? How long's this been going on?
I think stop it. Stop it!
It's a simple question. How long?
Since I was 8.
Oh my God!
Why didn't you say? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't think you'd believe me. He's a priest. He told me nobody would believe me.
Of course I would have believed you. I believe you now, don't I? If you'd have just said something, I could have stopped it. I could have saved Rosie and Sean.
Sean? Roisin? I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me.
We didn't know what to do.
I wanted to kill him. And if I'd have got my hands on him, Mr. Moore, I would have. But after Dervla confronted him, he made himself scarce. Moved back down south, back down to his abbey.
So you went to the place?
No. God forgive us. We went to the church. The superior in the Nobentine order, Abbot Kevin Smith.
And after months of trying, he agreed to meet us. It was 3 o'clock, wasn't it? Are you sure he knows we're here?
I'm sure he does.
Dear, dear, dear. Have you discussed this with anyone else?
No. No, we haven't.
That's good. I mean, I'm sure you understand that these are very sensitive matters. And it's probably best if we maintain confidentiality about this whole thing. We don't want some sort of scandal.
Yes, but our children have been...
I know, but I'm sure the last thing they need is for this to be paraded out in public. It wouldn't be in their interest. And it's not in Father Smith's interest.
Father Smith's interests.
Yes. Well, these are very serious allegations. If your children are telling the truth.
My children aren't lying.
I'm not suggesting that for a second. And if it is true, well then, Father Smith is an awful problem. Then we must pray for him.
Pray for him?
We must pray for all sinners. And as true Christians, we must show compassion. even for those who have done grievous wrongs against us. Can you find it in your hearts to forgive him?
Forgive him? After what he's done? Forgive him? I have faith. But to think of another family having to find it in their hearts to forgive him?
Yes. Well, I understand there are professionals who can deal with this kind of unfortunate disorder. And I will ensure that if Father Smyth needs it, he will get the appropriate treatment. Well, listen, thank you very much for taking the time to come down and discuss this.
Sorry, Abbott. But I presume, given what we've told you, you'll keep him away from other children.
Well, I don't see why that should be necessary. As I've told you, he will be getting treatment. Sorry, did you have something else in mind?
We think he's a danger to children.
Well, we don't want to exaggerate things.
Given what you know, could you not confine him to the Abbey?
He's a grown man. He's not a criminal. I can't lock him up and throw away the key.
I looked him in the eyes, and I knew straight away that he didn't care about what had happened to our children. You see, for him, Father Smyth wasn't the problem. We were. And then he finished by telling us that we would all be in his prayers.
Including Brendan Smyth.
And we soon learnt the power of prayer, because months went by and nothing happened.
Yes. Could you ask the Abbot to call me back, please? No, he doesn't, he's already got my number. Look, this is the 5th time that I've called. Yes, okay. As soon as you can, please. Thank you.
We're wasting our time.
Well, what's your big idea?
Go over his head!
Thank you for your letter of last month about Father Brendan Smyth. Unfortunately, there have been complaints about this priest before, and once I had to speak to his superior about him. It would seem there has been no improvement. I shall speak with the superior again. I am very sorry for the distress which your family had been experiencing, and I hope that the problem can be solved quickly, and that you will have no further interference.
Asking God to bless you with all kind wishes. Yours sincerely, Cahill B. Dilly. Interference. What does he think? There's something wrong with the TV?
Right, that's it.
What are you doing?
Doing what I should have done at the start. Phoning the police.
The police? Are you wise in the head?
They're the only ones who can do anything about it.
But did you not listen to the Cardinal? He says he's going to get the Abbot to ring us.
This has happened before, Patrick! The church knew about this before!
And they're going to do something about it?
They did something about it and nothing happened. They knew about this, Patrick, and they let Smyth go on. Let him abuse more kids, our kids. This stops now.
The RUC? You want to go to the RUC? Where the hell do you think we're living? Campbellwick friggin' Green? This is West Belfast. The pros will think we're touts.
You're a bloody card. This is about our kids.
Yeah, well, think about the kids on. Because it's not just about you and me dondering into the RUC station. They're going to have to give evidence. Is that what you want? Megan, our children, being interrogated by some cop? Having to relive the thing over and over again? Tell us exactly what he did to you. Why didn't you tell somebody about this before? Are you making this up? Is that what you want to put them through? Is that what you want to do, Anne? Then go ahead, make the call.
We'll have to do something.
Where have you been?
Nowhere. Was in Mary's house.
No, you weren't. I phoned Mary's house. She left you hours ago. We'd been worried sick.
Fell asleep.
Where? Where did you fall asleep?
Doesn't matter.
Your clothes are soaking wet. Who were you with?
What do you care?
Of course I care. We were worried about you.
It's a bit late for that.
What is that supposed to mean?
You were worried about me. What am I doing? Who am I out with? You weren't worried about who was in here with me. Your friend, the holy man. Oh, come on in, Father. You're very welcome, Father. Lovely to see you, Father. Making him cups of tea, laughing at his jokes, licking his arse, and all the time he was...
Megan, we didn't know.
Well, you should have known. When you did find out. Do you remember what you said? Do you remember, do you?
Megan.
You told me it was my fault. Megan. That if I told you, you could have saved Sean and Roisin.
Megan.
But what did you do to save me? What did you do to save me?
I'm sorry, love. I didn't know what to do.
I was just a child. How was I supposed to know what to do?
I know.
Me and your daddy have been talking about things, and we think the best thing to do would be to go to the police.
The police?
Can't go on like this, love. We need to do something.
No, not the police.
Love, Smith's got away with it. The church aren't going to do anything about him. He's walking about free. The police are the only ones who can stop him.
He's a priest. Nobody will believe me.
Of course they will, love.
And what good would it do me? He won't be back here.
But it's not just about you, love. He's a danger to other kids.
Well, that's right. It's not about me. It's about you two.
What?
You've spent the last year running around like headless chickens, writing to everyone except the bloody Pope.
Smith's got to be punished for what he's done.
Yeah, and that would make you feel better, wouldn't it? You let him abuse your kids, but now he's in prison. Great, I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Getting your own back on him for what he did to you. Well, I don't care about him. I want him out of my life and out of my mind.
It's not as simple as that.
It is for me. Every day I try to forget what he did to me. And now you want me to go down to Andytown Barracks and tell some peeler all the gory details. Forget it.
Listen, love, you're right. Okay, now it's been difficult for all of us. We didn't know what to do. But there's other kids out there. He has to be stopped before it's too late.
You don't get it, do you? It's already too late for me.
Standing me up, I can understand. I'm not the best looking fella. But you missing a United match? What the hell's going on? Have they kidnapped you?
Some things are more important than football.
Sorry, is this Chris Moore I'm talking to?
Listen, the story is big. If half of what they're saying is true, this is dynamite.
Don't tell me. You're going to bring the government down. You sure it's just tea you're drinking?
Not really. I really think I've got something here.
Right, okay. Listen, we'll talk tomorrow. You know you're missing one hell of a match here. 80 minutes gone and United are...
Just don't tell me. I'm taping it.
Losing 3-1.
Thanks.
Everything okay?
Nothing important. So, Megan didn't want to go to the police.
No. I'm a good maker.
Didn't want to make her.
So what changed?
There you go, son. One for you here. What about you? You want one? Right, well, hand them all out here.
What about me, Father?
Plenty for everyone, big lad. Here you go. What's your name, son?
Pierce.
Pierce? Hope you say your prayers, yeah? What about you? Do you say your prayers too? Good girl. Here you go. Yeah, another packet.
Mary doesn't know where she is. Last time she saw her, she was hanging around with some fellas in the park.
Great. I'll go and get her. I'm going to call your parents. Let them know you're here. Is that okay with you? Hi. Megan, I'm Chris. Your mum and dad said you'd agree to talk to me.
I know this is going to be difficult for you, Megan, but there is no easy way of doing it. I'm afraid you're going to have to tell us exactly what Smith did to you.
Look, he's a pervert. I was a child. He did things to me. What else do you need?
I wish it was that simple. I really do. But we need times, dates, details. Is there a specific incident that you remember?
I remember them all. There was this one time. I must have been about 10. I wasn't feeling well, so my mum had put me up to bed.
Och, Father Brendan, you've timed that lovely. Anne's just making dinner. Is there enough for another mouthful? Father Brendan's here. Oh, aye.
You can have one of Patrick's chops. Great to see you.
How's everybody?
Grand.
Hello?
Say hello, you two.
Hello. Her Megan, think she's got a wee cold.
Oh dear.
She'd wrap them up in cotton wool. She's just scaving off school, if you ask me, that Megan one.
It'll be another 10 minutes.
I'll just nip upstairs and say a quick hello to the patient.
She'd like that.
Don't look at me.
You're the first person I've told about this. Apart from the police, I haven't even told my mum and dad.
What about her father?
He left before she was born.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm not. I should never have got married. I think I only did it to get out of the house. Once the truth came out about Smith, it seemed like we talked about nothing else. And it made the bad memories come back. Things I'd made myself forget. I couldn't do it anymore. I thought if I got out of there, I could forget again. But it didn't work.
Why not?
'Cause you're here.
I know, Megan, I'm sorry, but...
It's your job.
Isn't it better that we tell your story? Let the people know the truth?
Maybe.
Make the church pay for what they did? I mean, after all you've suffered, you're entitled to some sort of compensation.
Yeah, I've thought about that. About the compensation and what I could do with it. How much do you think it's worth? If someone said to you, I'm going to steal your childhood, I'm going to humiliate you and abuse you, but I'll pay you, how much would you ask him for? Because you know, Chris, all the money in the world can't take away the past.
So, what about this IRA ceasefire? Is it going to happen?
I'm only a journalist, what would I know? What about your touts? What are they telling you?
Telling us not to talk to journalists. Provos aren't my end of things. If you want to know about that, you'd be better off talking to one of the branch lads. But you're not here to talk about that, are you?
No. I want to know about Father Brendan Smyth.
That bastard. Now, Chris, you know he's due in court soon, so I can't talk.
I've been talking to one of the families. The wee girl's called Megan. I'm just looking a bit of background, that's all.
Off the record?
If you say so.
Oh, I do.
You did the initial interview with Smith, didn't you?
For my sins, yes. After we talked to Megan, we brought him in for questioning. I see you brought your overnight back.
It's late. I won't make it back to the Abbey tonight. I'll have to stay in Belfast.
What was he like?
Not exactly your ordinary decent criminal. Do you know why you're here?
To help you with your inquiries.
Do you know the nature of those inquiries? Do you know what the word paedophile means?
Someone who is attracted to children and interferes with them sexually.
Would you consider yourself to be a paedophile?
To a certain extent, yes.
What do you mean by that?
I would be attracted to young people. Young people. To fondle them. Not very young children. I'm talking about 9, 10.
So you're saying you have a sexual attraction to prepubescent children?
9, 10 to 14.
And when you say you have a sexual attraction to them, do you mean that you have a sexual arousal to children? I have a statement here from a young girl called Megan. Do you know her?
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm a friend of the family.
She's saying that you abused her over a number of years. In her home, in your car, and on one occasion at her school.
Oh, lovely. Look, sister, I need to ask you for a bit of a favor. It's one of your pupils. I'm a friend of the family, and there's been a few problems. I wonder, is there anywhere I could see her privately, where we won't be disturbed?
Of course, Father. Which girl is it?
It's Megan.
Megan? Megan, could you come up here, please? Father Smith's here to see you.
No, please, I don't want to.
Shh. It's okay. You're not in any trouble. Just wants to talk to you about the problems you've been having at home.
I don't have any problems.
Look, it's okay. You don't need to tell me anything. Speak to Father Smith and take all the time you need.
If that's what she says.
Are you saying it didn't happen?
Honestly, at this time, offhand, I don't recall.
Are you saying it didn't happen?
I don't deny it as such.
I have a number of other statements from your victims going back some 20 years.
Okay.
You seem very relaxed about this, Father. Are you admitting that you abused these children?
If that's what they want to call it.
What are you saying? Are you saying that they wanted you to abuse them? Are you saying that they liked it?
Quite frankly, yes. It didn't bother them one bit.
They were children.
They never showed any signs of rejection or revulsion whatsoever.
I want you to read these statements and tell me if you've anything to add.
Nothing beyond what's been said.
Good. Father Brendan Smyth, I am formally charging you.
So he didn't even deny it?
9 charges. Now, as it turned out, that was only the tip of the iceberg, but we had him banged to rights. What do you mean you're giving him bail? He admitted it. He's a danger to children.
He's entitled to bail. I can give it to him tonight, or he can go to the magistrate and get it tomorrow. Look, do you really want a priest banged up in here overnight? Do you not think we'll have enough bad publicity? What difference does it make?
You weren't in there with him. This guy is dangerous. And what if he does a runner?
I'm not turning up for court. Wise up. He's a priest, not a friggin' provo.
So, officer, what happens next?
There'll be a preliminary court hearing. You'll be informed when a date's been fixed.
Will I have to attend?
Yes, of course you will. Unless you can convince the judge there's no case to answer.
You let him go.
Oh, here we go. Another TV show bashing the police. If we're not beating up the innocent, we're letting the guilty walk the streets.
No. Like I said, I'm just looking background.
He was due in court in August '91.
Did he show?
Did he fuck?
Father Brendan Smyth, court number 1. Father Brendan Smyth, court number 1.
It would seem that there's no appearance, Your Worship.
Yes, I can see that. Was he made aware of this hearing today?
He was, Your Worship.
Do you have any explanation?
No.
Where the hell is he?
I don't know. No one knows.
Kilnacrod Abbey.
Could be.
So he's across the border, on the run, like a provo.
I'm sorry.
You had him, and you let him go.
Megan.
Morning, Phelan. How's things?
Father,
Bridie,
I've got your money for the mass cards.
how did we do?
Oh, it was a big funeral this week, Father.
God bless. Oh, Bridie, how's your mother?
Actually, still not great.
I'll call in on Sunday and give her communion.
She'd appreciate that, Father.
Hello? I'm sorry, I'm afraid Cardinal Daly is unavailable at the moment.
Well, would you happen to know when he will be available?
I'm afraid he's in meetings all week. Can I ask what this is in connection with?
It's about Smith. Brendan Smyth, one of your priests. He abused my children and is currently on the run from the law. The church is harbouring a criminal. And I want to know what the Cardinal of all Ireland is going to do about it.
I will tell him you called. What did you say your name was?
Kilnacrod Abbey?
Hello. I'm calling again in relation to Father Brendan Smyth.
This is Father Smyth.
Father Smyth? Hello. I've been trying to reach you for some time now.
Who is this?
I'm calling from Grosvenor Road Police Station. You might remember me. I'm the detective who interviewed you.
Oh, yes.
I have called a number of times asking for you to call me back.
I haven't received any messages.
To put it bluntly, Father, you are in breach of your bail terms and must return to Northern Ireland immediately to answer charges against you.
Well, I will, of course. But I have no plans to come north until well into next year.
Father Smyth, you must be aware that this is a serious matter.
Yes. Yes, of course.
It's not a question of turning up when you feel like it. You must return to Northern Ireland immediately, or there will be consequences.
I'm terribly sorry, but I do have to go now.
Father Smyth.
God bless.
God bless, indeed, Father.
So, he gets extradited, end of story.
That's what we thought. Turned out that was only the start of our trouble. You see, the warrants have to be watertight. Every T crossed, every I dotted, or else the Dublin courts will throw them out.
But we're talking about a criminal here.
Where the fuck have you been for the last 20 years, Chris? Every time we tried to get a provost sent across the border, the Dublin courts batted it back because the paperwork wasn't right. It took us 2 years to get the warrant issued.
2 years?
2 years. Finally went out in April '93.
And then?
And then we waited to hear from Dublin.
Cardinal Daly, I have been a faithful member of the Church for many years. However, my faith is being severely tested because of the abuse of power by those high up in the Church. I believe that the Church is protecting Father Smyth by failing to hand him over to the RUC. Despite the fact that Smyth is a fugitive from justice, this paedophile is still free to roam in his clerical clothing with the obvious risk this entails for children. The Church seems more concerned with covering up for Father Smyth rather than with bringing him to justice.
Your Eminence, may I speak with you, please?
Thank you for your letter, and I thank you for writing. When you speak of a cover-up by the Church, I don't think this is justified. Father Smyth is not governed by me, but by his own abbot, and only his abbot can tackle the problem. The abbot has informed me that Father Smyth is receiving the appropriate treatment, and that, according to reports, he is doing very well under the treatment. There is, however, nothing more I can do. I have no right to intervene. I repeat my very sincere sympathy and assure you of my prayers. Please remember me in your prayers.
Father Daniel Curran, new parish priest. It's Anne, isn't it?
Yes, Father.
Just doing the rounds, introducing myself, putting names to faces.
Yeah. Father, come in. Would you like a cup of tea?
No, no, thank you. I'm well and truly teed out. Thank you. So, have you lived long in the parish?
All my life.
It's a wonder we haven't met before. Have you been to Mass recently?
We don't. We've been going to another parish.
Obviously, you've heard my sermons. Now, one of the things I'm trying to do is to get the laity to become much more involved in the running of the parish. If you or your husband could spare some time to become involved in some of the new parish committees we're setting up, it would be greatly appreciated.
I'll speak to my husband.
I hear you have a son.
Yes.
Well, we have lots of activities for kids. And as always, we're in need of altar boys.
Get out.
I'm sorry?
Get out.
Get out of my house!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
I don't want you here! Stay away from my children!
Father Curran, I'm sorry. I owe you an apology.
Is there something wrong?
Look, it's just we've been having a very difficult time.
I understand.
No, I think I owe you an explanation. You see, there was a priest, and we thought he was a very good friend of the family, but he wasn't. He hurt my children. He's on the run now from the police, and the church aren't going to do anything about it.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I know it's nothing to do with you. It's not your fault.
This priest, what's his name?
Brendan Smyth.
My brothers and sisters, to prepare ourselves to celebrate the sacred mysteries, let us call to mind our sins. Lord Jesus, you came to gather the nations into the peace of God's kingdom. Lord, have mercy.
Look, I understand that it's taking some time.
6 months. The families are getting anxious.
Yes, but an extradition warrant is a complex legal document. The Chief State Solicitor's Office has raised a number of legal issues about the warrants and their supporting documentation.
The bomb exploded without warning on the busy Shankill Road in Belfast. The 3-story building was completely destroyed in the bombing. Within minutes, reports, the IRA admitted that they had carried out the attack. As every emergency crew in the city converged on the scene.
How's Mary?
Oh, just the very, very best.
Good.
Just the very
How's that beautiful daughter of yours? Oh, right. Sorry, I gotta go now. I'll see you all soon, all right?
Stop him! Somebody stop him! Please! Somebody! Stop him!
Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
Why didn't you stop him? I told you to stop him!
What's wrong with you? Are you on something?
We have to phone the police! We have to phone the police!
Phone the police? Catch yourself on, will you?
Oh.
Watch where you're going, you stupid wee bitch!
Emergency, which service do you require?
Police.
Hello, police exchange?
It's him! He's getting away! You've got to come! You've got to come!
Just calm down now. What's your name?
It's Smith! He's gone! Why didn't you do something? Why won't you do something?
Have you got your license, sir?
I don't, unfortunately, officer.
That's okay, Father. On your way.
Thank you.
God's sake. He was here in Belfast, and you did nothing.
We didn't know he was here.
I phoned you, and it takes you half a day to get here.
This isn't exactly friendly territory. We had to make sure the area was secure. We've been set up before.
You saying I would set you up?
No, Megan, I'm not saying that.
Listen, this isn't the first time he's been up here.
I didn't know that.
Seems to me he can come and go as he pleases, and by the time you lot respond, he'll be back across the border again.
I understand your concern.
I don't think you do. I don't think anybody does.
So the months went by, and it seemed to us as if nothing was being done. I started to regret that we'd even started this whole thing, that we'd pushed Megan into it. Instead of making things better, it was making things worse. And I suppose it's like what she said all those years ago, that every day she tried to cope by forgetting what he did to her, and we made her remember. And for what? It's like she told us when we started this. It was too late for her. The pressure of everything was really getting to her. The whole extradition thing just dragged on, and nobody seemed to want to do anything about it. Finally, it all got too much for her. This is our fault.
What?
We've caused this.
What do you mean?
We let
This happened to her. We made her go to the place and relive it. What have we done to help her?
I will fight to the day I die to get her justice.
Is that what she really needs?
Megan? Megan? I'm the hospital chaplain. How are we feeling today? Megan?
Don't look at me.
And you've had no help from the church. Look, I can't guarantee anything, but ring this number. Tell him what you told me, and I'm sure he'll help.
It was Monsignor McCaughon's telephone number, so we went to see him. Went through it all again about Smith and the Abbot and the Cardinal and the police and the delays and the extradition warrant.
Seemed to us we were just going through the motions.
Well, technically, the Cardinal is correct. Under canon law, he has no authority over the Nobentine order.
Look, we've heard all this before. So why don't you just tell us that you'll look into it and you'll remember us in your prayers, and can we remember you in ours, and while we're at it, can we save a wee prayer for poor old Brendan Smyth?
You didn't let me finish. Technically, the Cardinal is correct. But I'm sure the Cardinal realises, as we all do, that we live in the 20th century. And in a matter as serious as this, canon law cannot stand in the way of justice.
So you'll help us?
I'll try.
So he gave us hope for a while, and then, as usual, nothing happened till the week before Christmas.
Will you get that, love?
Hello?
Patrick. It's Monsignor McGahan. I have some news for you.
Yes.
The police have been informed that Father Smyth will be returning to Belfast in the new year.
He's being extradited?
Extradition won't be necessary. He's given himself up of his own free will.
Thank you. That's great news. Thank you.
Well, that's it, I'm afraid. We have no alternative. There's nothing we can do. Father Marshall?
I'm sure this whole thing has been terribly distressing for you and your family. And you've got through it with God's help. I'm sure it has tested your faith to the very limits.
It has.
And the church wishes to recognise that.
Recognise? What do you mean?
We can discuss this in more detail. Abbot Smith and I would like to meet with you.
You want us to come down to the Abbey?
No. We're in Belfast. Can you meet with us tonight?
I don't know.
Surely it's in everyone's interests if we can settle this and put the past behind us. It's in the interest of the children, your family, and, to be candid, the church.
Smith should be punished.
Yes, and he will be, but surely it's better if we do that. What good is a priest in jail? How can he serve God there? Is it not
better that he get a chance to atone for his sins through good works.
Father Marshall, the only good work that Smith can do is stand up in court and say the word guilty. We want the world to know what he is and what he did. And as far as atoning for his sins, the devil can have him after that.
What was that all about?
They're trying to get us to drop the charges.
Why? Why would we do that?
They were trying to buy you off.
I don't know. We never met them, so we never discussed money.
Anyway, 3 children's lives, my family destroyed. What price would you put on that, Chris?
Father Brendan Smyth, I am formally charging you that on or about the 5th of June 1983, you indecently assaulted a child by the name of Megan. So, it turns out Smith did us a favour by dodging the extradition warrant.
How come?
Well, if he'd been extradited, we would only have been able to charge him with the original 9 offences. But thanks to you lot covering it on the TV, a lot of other victims have come forward. It looks like it's going to be a long list.
How many others?
Alleged paedophile priest Father Brendan Smyth was in court today to answer charges of abusing children in Belfast. It's understood the charges relate to allegations involving several children. The offences are alleged to have taken place over a number of years. Father Smyth had been the subject of an extradition warrant issued by the RUC, but after several months, the priest...
Catherine, did you see him?
I had blanked it all out, and then there he was on the TV. I suppose it was a way of coping. Stephen and me were just young kids when our father walked out on us. My mother couldn't cope. She died from an overdose. So, Stephen and me were placed into an orphanage. Shortly after this, Father Smyth started to visit us. At first he was nice to us. He played with us. Brought us sweets.
So here we go. Here's
He gave us money.
Knock, knock. Adge. Bless you.
He made us feel wanted, loved. But then he changed. He used to come once a week and get the nuns to give him a room where he could see Stephen on his own. And when I came home from ballet class, it was my turn. I can still hear his voice. Turn away. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. One day when I couldn't take it anymore, I told one of the nuns.
Evil child! You are the devil's work!
She ripped the heart out of me and beat me over the head with a bunch of keys. She made me kneel outside the door all night and pray. I was scared to tell after that. I just had to sit there when he came and and let him do what he was doing, she'd killed me.
When I was 11, I was separated from my sister and moved to a boys' orphanage. I thought I'd escaped him, but he followed me there.
Get up, boys. Get up. Stephen, get up. Father Brendan's here to see you.
It wasn't just me. There were other boys, and we had to stand outside and wait to be called in to see him. They were our carers, and the orphanage was our home, and that's what happened to us.
And there was no one you could go to?
Who would have believed us? Even now it seems incredible. Look, this may seem strange, but you're the first person I've talked to about this, apart from Catherine and the police. I didn't even tell my partner. Maybe I should have understood. I don't know.
Why didn't you?
What do you say? I suppose I didn't want those memories to be part of my relationship. I thought it would have tainted it. I didn't want my girlfriend to look at me and be thinking about what Smith had done to me. I wanted to be clean. I wanted to be free of him. But I couldn't be. I'll never be.
Would you be happy to go on camera with us?
One day I couldn't take any more, so I told one of the nuns. She ripped the hair out of me and beat me over the head with a bunch of keys. She made me kneel outside.
Powerful stuff.
And pray.
Yeah.
I was scared.
This will be the worst thing to hit the church since the Thornbirds.
Do you think this is funny? We're talking about real fucking people here.
Calm down, Chris. Don't lose your objectivity.
I'll tell you what I'm losing. I'm losing my patience with people like you who think this is some sort of fucking joke.
Nobody's saying it's a joke, Chris. Don't forget we're journalists. We don't get involved, and we're taking on the Catholic Church here. We've got to get it absolutely right.
I just had to sit there when he came and let him do what he was doing. She killed me.
Are you sure about this, Anne? Okay, when was this? Okay, that's great. Thanks. Thanks.
Have you calmed down yet?
Yeah.
Good, because upstairs are screaming for this doco.
Well, the thing is...
What?
I've got a lead. Smith was in America for 4 years.
America?
Langdon, North Dakota. There were incidents there.
Chris, this started as a story about a family up the Falls Road. That's how I sold it. So management might reasonably ask what you're doing in the Wild West, not West Belfast.
Tony, you're right. This started with one family in Belfast, but the more you dig into this story, the bigger it gets.
America. Smith, are you absolutely sure about this?
100%.
No. We couldn't get anyone to come forward. But it's a small town. I hear rumors.
Go on.
I also hear facts.
Like what?
That Father Smyth made payments to one of his alleged victims.
Alleged?
Well, maybe not so alleged. I mean, would you shell out $20,000 if you were an innocent man?
$20,000.
A lot of money. But worth every cent if you knew it was going to keep you out of jail. So, how's it going?
Good. If good's the right word. It's exactly what I suspected.
What do you mean suspected? I thought you were 100% certain.
Well, I am now.
What do you mean now?
Look, that's not important. Here's what I know. Smith comes out here in 1979. They love him. Priest from the Isle Sod, traditional values, great with the kids. But it's not long before the complaints start. Then, in 1983, sent home under a cloud. Now, we know Smith had a history of abusing children. The question is, did his bosses in Ireland know that before they sent him here?
Well, what do you think?
What do I think? Here's what I know. That wherever this man went, Ireland, North, South, the UK, America, he destroyed the lives of children. Now, I'm convinced the church knew about this for years, and all they did was move him around.
Well, listen, I have a good idea. Why don't you get the next flight back to Ireland, and let's go and ask them.
Hi, it's Chris Moore from UTV. Is the Abbott available?
I'm afraid not.
Hard man to find. Listen, I've been trying to talk to the Abbott about Brendan Smyth.
I'll tell him you called.
Yeah, well, can you tell him it's very important? Because the documentary's going out soon and we'd like to interview him so he can put across his side of the story.
I'll tell him you called.
Thank you.
Please, let me bless that for you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm afraid the Abbott is not immediately available.
Do you know when he will be available?
I'm afraid not.
Your Subaru, is it this year's model?
No, it's 2 years old.
Has it been blessed yet?
No. Would you give him this? It's a formal request for an interview about Brendan Smyth.
I'll pass it on.
You do that.
Heavenly Father, you have given us the talents to design many machines. Help us to use this car in our work. May we bring you greater glory by all our actions and help to build your kingdom here on earth. We ask this prayer through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thanks.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's very, very generous donation of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks.
Welcome. Safe journey.
Thank you.
Morning. Where's Megan?
She said she'd meet us here.
She is going to turn up.
Of course she is.
Well, when she gets here, will you tell her I need to see her? We have to go through her evidence.
Is Megan all right?
She said she'd meet us here, but she's half an hour late. I just hope she's all right.
She's come this far, she'll not let us down.
She'll be here for herself, not for us. Megan! UK, love. Yeah.
All right, love? Now try and not be nervous. And just tell the truth about everything that happened. And remember, he's the one in the dock, not you.
I'm not nervous. Been waiting for this since I was 8 years old.
Jesus, there he is. He's smiling. Bastard's actually smiling.
You alright, love? I'm okay. It's his turn to be frightened.
Father Brendan Smyth, you are charged with 17 counts of gross indecency against a number of minors, contrary to the Offences Against the Person Act 1867. Count 1, that on or about the 13th of March 1983 at Belfast, you indecently assaulted Megan.
I'll just nip upstairs and say a quick hello to the patient.
She'd like that.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Count 2, that on the 17th of June 1975, you indecently assaulted.
Stephen! Get up. Father Brendan's here to see you.
That on the 22nd of November 1986 at Belfast,
I wonder, is there anywhere I could see her privately where we won't be disturbed?
Of course, Father.
on the 18th of October, you indecently assaulted, sexually assaulted, an act of gross indecency against a minor, How do you plead?
Guilty.
Count 2. How do you plead?
Guilty. 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 Guilty.
Have you anything to say before I pass sentence?
This is an extremely grave
case
Am I
involving
not
the
allowed to
sexual abuse of a number of minors over an extended period of time and in numerous locations.
Father Brendan Smyth, I have considered the facts of this case.
No.
One of the
This
most
isn't right.
disturbing aspects
I should
of
be
the matter
heard. The judge
is
has
that
to
you,
know
as a
what he
man of
did.
the cloth,
It doesn't
a
work like that,
clergyman,
Megan. It's
abused
not
your
right. It's
exalted
not right.
position in order to gain the trust of children
Going
and their
down for a
families.
long time.
Taking into consideration your guilty plea, which has spared your victims the ordeal of having to recount their painful experiences in the witness box, I have decided to sentence you to 4 years imprisonment.
I wish it to be known that anyone who carries out offences of this nature will be subject to a custodial sentence.
Take the prisoner down.
All rise.
He got 4 years.
He'll be out in 2. 2 years for what he did. 2 years when it takes you 4 years to get him to court in the first place. This isn't justice.
We take the cases, but it's the judges who decide.
What about all the lives he destroyed? He'll serve 2 years and then he's out. I have to live with what he did to me for the rest of my life.
That was never going to change, Megan. Whatever happened here.
No, he's right. Wouldn't matter if Smith got 20 years. It's his church that should be in the dock with him.
Well, Chris, thanks for coming down. Again.
Well, you didn't answer any of my calls.
Oh, well, no. I did phone you, Chris. But it was the 12th of July, so you were probably out marching.
Actually, I was playing golf in Donegal. As you know, the 12th is a holiday in the north. Nobody in the office, so it wasn't a good day to call.
Well, you're here now, so what can I do for you?
Brendan Smyth.
Father Brendan Smyth has been convicted in a court of law and sent to prison. What more do you want?
I want to know when the church first knew about him and what they did to try and stop him.
Of course. So that's what this is really about. This isn't about one bad priest, it's about attacking the whole church. Now, why would Ulster Television want to do that? Does it sell more ads up there?
Attacking the church? All his victims were Catholics. I sent you a list of specific questions. Would you like to answer them?
I'm under no obligation to answer your questions.
True. I just want to give you the opportunity to put forward your side of the story.
No, that's not what you want. You want more than that. You want to put me and this order, and God knows the entire church, in the dock. Take a look outside, Chris. You see that stone over there? You know what that is? It's a mass stone. 300 years ago, during the penal laws, we had no churches. They'd all been destroyed. So we had to say mass in secret places, in woods and fields. Those stones were our churches. And our people followed us. They hid us, they protected us. They even died for us. If he was caught, a priest could be hanged for the simple crime of saying mass. So you see, we have endured persecution before, Chris. The Catholic Church has been going for 2,000 years. And it will still be here long after you, me, and your tawdry little program.
You're not the victim here.
Oh, come on, this isn't about the victims. You don't care about the victims. This is about Chris Moore trying to make a name for himself by raking up a scandal. Father Smyth is in prison, Chris. It's over. You really think you're going to help the victims by dragging all of this up?
What would help would be for you to tell the truth about what you knew on camera.
I will do no such thing. I'm not accountable to Ulster Television.
Who are you accountable to?
This meeting is over, Mr. Moore. I have business to attend to.
What's your relationship with the Cardinal?
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said this meeting is over.
Yes, it's Chris Moore. I phoned a number of times to arrange an interview with Cardinal Daly about Brendan Smyth.
This really is a matter for the Abbot.
So I've been told. But he refuses to give an interview on camera. That's why I'd like to arrange an interview with the Cardinal.
Well, Cardinal Daly has been rather unwell, but he will respond to you in due course.
Your Eminence, Chris Moore from Ulster Television has been on the phone again. He is really pressing for a television interview.
RTE political sources say there are a number of tensions in the Fianna Fáil Labour coalition. Publicly, however, Taoiseach Albert Reynolds and Taoiseach Dick Spring are maintaining a united front. Hopes are rising of an IRA ceasefire in the north.
Okay, Chief?
Just to let you know, I'm off to lunch and I won't be back until this afternoon, so don't be contacting me unless it's something really important.
Privileges of rank, Harry.
Actually, it's a working lunch with the Taoiseach.
Make sure he's paying.
So, do you really think the Provosts are going to deliver on a ceasefire?
Ah, yeah, we're pretty sure.
Brits are a bit more cautious.
Do they know something we don't?
No. Major has his own problems, I think. He was telling me the other day he might have to depend on the unionist vote. John, I said, things could be much worse. Look at me, I'm in with the Labour Party. Of course, if this thing goes through, you'll be busy for once. A lot of legal stuff, you know.
Well, then, the least you can do is buy me lunch.
Oh, no, I think you might want to buy me lunch. Well, you know, the President of the High Court is about to retire. I know you're interested. Now, the appointment of the new President of the High Court. May I formally move that we appoint the current Attorney General, Harry Whelan, to the post?
I'm sorry, Taoiseach. The Labour Party has made its view very clear on this matter. Mr. Whelan's conduct in the recent abortion case has led us to the conclusion that he is far too sympathetic to the views of the Catholic Church.
He goes to Mass. Is that your problem, Dick?
I don't care if he goes to Mass. I do care that he tried to stop a rape victim from getting a termination in England.
Oh, so you have a problem with the Constitution now, huh? Or are you just anti-Catholic? Oh, we knew you were spending far too much time in the north. All right, Dick. We'll revisit this another day.
The IRA ceasefire starts at midnight tonight. The announcement was made at 11 o'clock this morning. It said that from midnight tonight there will be a complete cessation of military operations. All our units have been instructed accordingly. Reaction in Ireland has been immediate, from nationalists and Republicans. Relief.
Yeah, thank you.
Well?
Nobody from the church will go in front of camera.
I wonder why. Listen, we've got a problem. Upstairs want to go with us now.
But we're so close. I just need to get someone from the church to talk about this.
I know, but...
How long can you get us?
Got us to yesterday. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Am I speaking to Chris Moore?
Yep.
I'm Father Bruno Mulvihill. I have some information about Father Brendan Smyth.
So where's this priest then?
Germany.
He would be.
Can you clear this upstairs?
No way.
What are we gonna do?
We'll tell him when we get back.
In 1964, I was a young novice with the Nobentines in Kilnacrot Abbey. One Sunday morning after Mass, myself and a pal sneaked round the back of the chapel for a secret smoke. I heard strange sounds coming from the sacristy. The children crying. I didn't know what they were. But my friend did. He was surprised I didn't know. It was Father Smyth with the altar boys. Apparently, it was an open secret that Smyth was abusing children. I immediately went to the abbot.
Abbot Smyth?
No, he wasn't the abbot at this time. When I told him what I'd heard, he told me I was imagining things. It wasn't until 1969 that I knew for sure I wasn't. When Father Smyth moved out of his room in the Abbey, I was tidying up after him. And I found a document. I couldn't believe it. It was a decree issued by the Congregation of Religious in Rome.
Who are they?
His superiors. They're the people who govern all the religious orders, including the Nobentines.
This decree, what did it say?
It stated that Father Smyth was a very real danger as far as the abuse of children was concerned. that he was to lose his powers to hear confession for life, and that he was not to leave the Abbey precincts on his own.
So the deal was, he was to stay in the Abbey and be kept away from children for the rest of his life.
Except that's not what happened. I discovered 5 years later that he was still practicing as a priest. I raised it with the bishop. I even raised it with the papal nuncio. I wrote to them.
And what happened?
We know what happened. Nothing. It's 1994. And he's still a priest.
They knew. All this time, they knew. They knew about this before I was even born. They knew, and they did nothing.
This decree, do you have it?
Mulvihill gave it to his superiors. The Abbey denies that it exists.
But surely there must be a copy.
The Vatican says they can't find it. Apparently, they need a catalogue number.
Run VT. Ten, 9, 8, 7 coming out of ads. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No one in the church authorities seems to be prepared to make themselves publicly accountable.
The Catholic Church Press Office, Cardinal Daly, and the Abbot of Kilnacrot Abbey have steadfastly refused to appear before our cameras
to explain how a known paedophile can continue to offend for 40 years or more.
apparently having the protection of the Church. To this day, the Church has offered no protection to the little children sexually assaulted.
Father Smyth, are you going to issue an apology? Father Smyth, give him a comment, please. Father Smyth.
Rape Crisis Center? My name is Maggie. How can I help? Yes, I saw the program. Can I ask your name, please?
The extradition warrants for the arrest of Father Smyth were issued by the RUC in 1993.
They were sent to the Republic, but never acted upon.
Well,
we cannot appoint Harry Wheelahan President of the High Court. He's totally unacceptable to the Labour Party.
All because of one television programme.
He sat on the extradition warrants for a paedophile priest.
Ah, for God's sake, Dick, he didn't know about them.
Well, that inspires a lot of confidence.
Oh, come on. And do you know everything that goes on in your department? He's launched an investigation and will provide a full explanation to the Dáil.
The Labour Party aren't going to move on this.
Dick, we are 2 months into an IRA ceasefire, the most important thing that has happened in Ireland in 50 years. Are you really going to bring the government down over this?
We have to consider our position.
Right. He's made his protest. Are we quarried? All those in favour of appointing Harry Whelan as President of the High Court? Thank you.
And I solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the Republic.
Public anger about the handling of the case has been intensified by revulsion at the nature of the evil crimes of which Father Smyth was accused and ultimately convicted and sentenced by the courts in Northern Ireland, with no help from the Attorney General in this jurisdiction. What caused so much shock in the public mind was the manner in which this case was treated. As a relatively minor issue to be processed with the same degree of urgency as an application for planning permission. What message does this convey to the unfortunate victims of Father Smyth? What message does this cavalier attitude convey about the degree of seriousness with which the Office of Attorney General regards the crime of the sexual abuse of children?
Albert Reynolds has resigned as Ireland's Prime Minister after the collapse of his coalition government. Mr. Reynolds said he was going for the good of the country and to ensure the continuation of the peace process. It was the appointment of Harry Wheelahan against the strong opposition of the Labour Party that triggered the political crisis. But it's still not clear.
Congratulations. You've won.
Megan, we've won. Megan.
After he served his sentence, Brendan Smyth was extradited to the Republic of Ireland to face more charges. This time, his victims were allowed to give evidence, and Megan got her chance to confront him in court. Smyth never showed any remorse for his crimes. Father Brendan Smyth died in jail in 1997. They buried him at night, in secret, in the grounds of Kilnacrot Abbey, and they poured concrete over his coffin so no one would desecrate the grave. The publicity from the Smyth case meant that many more victims came forward. In 2005, one victim forced the Nobentines to remove the word Reverend from the inscription on his headstone. The case of Father Smyth shook the Catholic Church to its foundations. It has still not recovered its moral authority. Smyth turned out to be just the tip of the iceberg. Other paedophile priests were exposed, including Father Daniel Curran. Cardinal Daly died in 2009, and he was followed as the Primate of all Ireland by Sean Brady. The same Father Brady who swore 2 of Brendan Smyth's victims to silence in 1975. No one knows how many children Brendan Smyth abused over the decades, while the Catholic Church turned a blind eye. The damage he did, and the suffering he inflicted, goes on to this day.